My name is Ahmad Hashim, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about sulfuric acid safety. So, what is sulfuric acid? It is a highly dangerous and highly corrosive chemical that, if it comes into contact with other chemicals or certain substances, could result in combustion or even explosions. Uh, it's not only dangerous to humans, it's also dangerous to the environment. If it somehow spills and gets the contact with water or the soil, it can turn the water or soil acidic, which can have negative impacts on the wildlife and ecosystems. If it does come in contact with the human eyes or skin, can cause severe burns or irritation. If inhaled, the vapors of the sulfuric acid can cause irritation to the respiratory systems, which may lead to coughing, shortness of breath, and even lung damage. And long term effects can include asthma and bronchitis. So, who is susceptible? Of course, workers who come in contact directly with sulfuric acid, whether it's through their job at labs or testing facility or factories. Children, if they are exposed to sulfuric acid, because they are still developing and small in size, can be greatly impacted by it. Elderly individuals who might have underlying health conditions or weakened immune systems can be greatly impacted by sulfuric acid exposure. If a pregnant woman inhales sulfuric acid vapors, the health of their fetus can be negatively impacted. Immunocompromised individuals, because of their weakened immune system, are at greater risk of negative effects from sulfuric acid, as are people with skin, respiratory, eye conditions. Their symptoms can be exacerbated by coming in contact with sulfuric acid. Where to test? Tests should be done in controlled settings such as lab or specialized testing facilities. These facilities have the proper equipment and personnel to deal with sulfuric acid and include places like industrial labs, environmental testing labs, research labs, public health labs, and testing facilities. Uh, s- so, what are the proper safety measures to protect not only us, your coworkers, but also the environment? It is important to ensure that these chemicals are properly handled and stored in the correct areas away from any heat sources. And it is important to do this to prevent negative health uh, effects and to protect the environment also and protect one another. And these include things such as using PPE. It is important to wear protective equipment at all times when dealing with sulfuric acid, just such as chemical resistant gloves, goggles, face shields, and the right protective clothing. It is important to ensure that sulfuric acid is stored properly and always handled with caution to avoid spills. And these containers should be stored in the proper areas and labeled correctly to avoid any confusion, and should be in areas that are well ventilated, away from heat and sunlight, and away from other chemicals in case a spill does happen to prevent the risk of explosions occurring. Uh, Now, how to properly deal with a spill if it were to occur. First, notify your supervisor and clear the area. Do not try to uh, clean the spill without having the proper equipment with you, because you just might get some burns or be exposed to the chemical. Use the proper cleaning materials, which include sand or spill pillows to absorb the sulfuric acid. And then once you're done, properly get rid of the sulfuric acid, the cleaning materials, and anything that was contaminated. Uh, Also, be aware of the emergency protocols that are in place, where the emergency showers are, where the eye wash stations are, and spill kits in case you say you do get sulfuric acid in your eyes, to know where you can wash it out. And also be aware of the proper first aid response and treatment protocols in case you see somebody impacted by sulfuric acid. Uh, it is important to ensure that the individuals dealing with sulfuric acid have the proper training and authorization to deal with sulfuric acid. Ensure there's some type of training, assigned learning that they must complete to familiarize themselves with the proper safety protocols, the hazards and risk, and emergency response. Ensure all guidelines, rules, protocols are up to date, nothing's outdated. Update them as necessary. uh, and it doesn't hurt to always review the learnings, the proper safety measures, quiz a colleague, test a colleague, ensure everybody there knows how to deal with a spill if it were to occur. And as long as you follow these guidelines, are aware of the risk, ensure they're stored properly, you can help create a safe work environment, prevent any adverse effects from happening. Thank you.